question you have been asked to answer is describe your best 4-H experience with your project course. Well, I can't just pick one memorable experience with my 4-H project course all year. I have to say this whole year has been a great learning and memorable experience for me. I once was a member of the Equestrian program, but left in January. After leaving Bonaire, I had very many opportunities, such as riding other barns. I started trail riding, which has helped me gain a lot of knowledge about horses that I didn't already know. Trail riding is also a good experience for me because I have never ridden any type of riding except for English. I also took on the huge challenge of making my cousin's barrel race and horse into a hunter. I knew this would take a while to get close to perfect because Tim has never had any hunter experience before. After riding Tim for a few weeks, I decided to take a few lessons. And after Bonaire being the first and only place I've ridden, I thought it was nearly impossible to find a new barn. It didn't take very long for me to find my new barn, which I currently ride at every barn. Before I took my first lesson, I went out to the barn and met all the riders and my new trainers. When I arrived at the barn that day, I felt like I'd been riding there for years. Everybody's very welcoming and everybody's nice. After meeting all the riders, I met my new trainers, Patty and Shelly. They both gave me a tour of the barn, and when I found out there was an indoor ring, I was thrilled, because that meant I could ride all year round. 1 week later was my first lesson. I had very little expectations that I would be doing much. Oh, was I wrong and shocked with how much I did in that lesson. Swim was very good too. We were all very shocked. And towards the end of my lesson, when the other girl in my lesson started to jump, I just assumed mine was over. Oh, was I wrong. When Shelly told me to jump the crossrail, I reminded her, Swim's never jumped. She's never seen a jump in his life. And she said, I know. And I said, okay, I guess it's fair, but I won't make it over the jump. And I was afraid of what the final outcome would be. So 3 strides away before the jump, I was afraid of what the final outcome would be. I didn't know what was going to happen. So as I went over the jump, I closed my eyes, and when I landed and opened my eyes and found that I was still on my horse and cleared the jump, I was very shocked but excited because I knew we were making a good start. At the end of my lesson, Shelly came up to me and said that she and Rob was a barrel racer and had no hunter experience. I was very happy because I knew this was going to be a good start and that I was going to make very good progress. Although my first lesson went well, not all my lessons were as well. They had their ups and downs. So sometimes before my lesson, someone would go over to Every, and either Shelly would ride him or treat luncheon in the ring to ensure that my lesson was good. After riding all winter, I decided that I would show up the first show of the season, even though I knew neither of my trainers did 4-H and that I'd be without a trainer. So the week before the show, I made sure I rode at least 4 times a week and had enough and did all the work I needed to accomplish, and that I had a lesson. The night before the show, I was very nervous and excited, but I had to put all that up beside me and just think I have to get Slim ready to make sure he was set for the show. I arrived at the showground early the next morning to ensure myself time, cool him down, and make sure he was comfortable with everything. After schooling, I decided that I wasn't going to jump because I knew my trainer wasn't there and that I had made all that time and effort into Slim and I was not going to risk it. My show attitude for the day was, I'm probably not going to win, but I'm going to do my best and try my best. My first class came up very quickly. I got scored 4th, which was very much appreciated for only being a barrel horse. After that, unfortunately, I didn't place in any of my other classes, but I knew that I did my best and tried my best, and Finn was on his best behavior. Although he didn't win, I learned a very valuable lesson. It's not all about winning, it's about having fun and trying your best. This would have to be, in conclusion, this would have to be the greatest and most memorable 4-H experience I've had with my project horse. From going from one barn I was at for 6 years to going to a new barn, making a barrel horse into my hunter and project horse, and still being alive to tell about it today. Thank you for your time and consideration, and good luck to all the other contestants tonight.
That was so good. That was Delaney just said she did a good job.
Look, Gabbie, you made Allison cry. Gabbie, you made Allison cry.
Yeah, it was great.
And I'm shaking so much, I'm surprised I had my arm on the camera.
Yeah, Delaney, she did a good job.
She did good. She did good.
Didn't she good? Lainey.
Lainey. Did she do good?
And then